So Royal Rumble 2024 is officially over, and what an interesting show. Cody Rhodes is going to WrestleMania and he's going to the main event, and just like that, the main event is already confirmed. And I personally love this, and I felt like this was one of the best things they've done with the Rumble in a long time. Cody wins, pyro goes off, everyone goes crazy, and he looks up to the skyboxes and points at Roman. Roman stands up, raises his title, and Cody stares him down with a Mania logo in the backdrop. In my opinion, this was so fire and so picture perfect. It felt like the end of a UFC fight where the clear-cut #1 contender calls out the champion, and you know right away that it's on. No need to wait till Raw or SmackDown. It's personal, it's on site, it's beefed, and it worked amazing in my opinion. This was the best part of the men's rumble for me. What wasn't the best part was the crowd. For the entire men's rumble match, the crowd felt so dead. Now, I don't know if it was my stream, mind you, I was doing a watch along at the same time, but it did not feel like there was any electricity in the arena whatsoever. Last Monday on Raw, the fans in the arena were going crazy for Punk and Cody face to face when they were building up the rumble. Now we get to the rumble and the Tampa crowd was just there like, what? And I don't think this reflects poorly on Punk or Cody. I think it's all on the crowd. I think it's because they had their own expectations for the Rumble, but it was such a bummer because the ending of this should have been so much more hype and so much more special. We got what we wanted. We got Punk and Cody at the end of it. And as we know, wrestling, the wrestling in the ring is only half of the story. The crowd are just as valuable participants as well, but I think that wrestling fans are so conditioned for returns and surprises that the Rumble has become this event where it's all about the holy shit, is this person here or is that person there, that the fans don't really know how to react to a normal Rumble anymore, which is kind of sad. I wish the match was more hype, I wish the crowd was more into it, but regardless, I was pretty satisfied with the ending. And at the end of the day, Cody Rhodes is going to Mania, and I'm here for it. It's simple, but sometimes simplicity works. It's the top face versus the top heel, a rematch from last year. The top face wins the Rumble once again, earns a spot, and it's on. It's old-fashioned, but I don't see a problem. I, for once, am happy they kind of did not do the plot twist. They didn't do the Elimination Chamber next month like we expected, because this only makes Cody look stronger, and it just reminds me of how wrestling used to be. The top guy wins it, here we go, let's not wait, this is what the fans want, this is what the fans are gonna get. In terms of CM Punk though, this is where things get kind of tricky because going into this show, everyone thought it was easy peasy, Punk was gonna win, and he was gonna go to WrestleMania and verse Rollins. But now things are up in the air a little bit, and while I do think Punk does get the nod to verse Rollins at Mania, I think this does make things very interesting, especially with Mr. Gunter, roaming around. Punk looked tired and dead in that match, so honestly, it does make sense on him having to scratch and claw his way back to Rollins, kind of get his mojo back, win a few matches, get back into the swing of things, but for some reason, I'm not convinced. I'm not 100% convinced that this is guaranteed going to be the match. It should be. I think this is what all the fans want, and it probably will be, but it's so interesting how hard they've been pushing Gunter lately, and now with Brock out of the picture, it's like, what do they do with this guy? The same guy who basically told the world champion he was going to kill him last Monday, who had a pretty solid showing at the Rumble. What are they going to do with this guy? Overall though, the show was alright. I just think a lot of us were a little way too hyped for this, had too many expectations. Like, people were talking about MJF for some reason. I don't know where that started from. People were talking about Okada, which, okay, I guess is a little bit more realistic, but I think the expectations were just a way too high for this. But yeah, one of the biggest takeaways from the show was Jade Cargill looked like one of the biggest stars in women's wrestling today. Whoever booked this match and booked how she was going to tweak in this match needs a raise. I was so impressed with her and her presentation. She instantly became that girl. And I think everyone is happy with Bayley winning. Liv is back. The women's match kind of lacked star power in my opinion, but they definitely cooked. And once again, Jade Cargill, future star. She's going to be at WrestleMania eventually, having title matches, and she's only going to get better. But yo, she pulled up and she had that aura real quick. But yeah, as much as WrestleMania is slowly coming together, it's still all over the place as well. But at the end of the day, the main event is on. No Rock this time, no talk of that. Will he still be involved? Probably. He's probably going to pull up and cost Roman the match or even the odds. I wouldn't doubt it. But it's time to finish the story. I know some people don't want the rematch, but I don't care. I do. I'm going to be there and it's going to be special. It's going to be electric. It's Roman Reigns versus Cody, part 2. And for all the people that are bummed out, you got to remember, we don't know the ending. We don't know who's winning. Roman could easily still win this, and so could Cody. We have no idea, and that's what makes it fun. What did you guys think of the show? Let me know below. In terms of the Fatal 4-Way, I'm gonna be honest, every time I see him, I hate Solo Sikoa that much more. I think it was a solid match. It was everything we kind of expected, and I do think though they could have had that main event to show and had the men's Royal Rumble earlier. That way the crowd wouldn't have been too dead for the men's Royal Rumble, and you have Cody win, and when Roman Reigns retires at the end of the show, you hit Cody's music, he comes out, goes face to face with Roman Reigns during a celebration, and I think the crowd would have ate it up, they would have been alive, and it definitely would have woke him up. But it is what it is. I still like the ending. I thought it was intense. I thought it was fire. And I definitely think it made up for the lack of heat in the actual match. Because just them, calling each other out, that to me was enough heat. But yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video sharing my thoughts on the Rumble. I already shared a lot of them in my 4-hour watch along today. So shout out to every single person who came through for the watch along. If you weren't there, you missed out. Be sure to be there next time for Elimination Chamber, 5 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, get your coffee ready. But yeah, it's your boy Pav, aka Wrestling Ifs. I hope you guys enjoyed the content today. I'll see you guys soon with another video coming very, very soon that I know you guys are going to enjoy. But until then, it's your boy Pav, and I'll see you guys later, okay? Peace, guys.